What's up, gangsters? And oh my god, welcome to a yearly horrible reviews tradition where I fail to, throughout the month of October leading up to Halloween, post a bunch of reviews of horror-related movies that came out earlier this year. It's the horrors of 2023. And you know what? I'm just gonna try it again this year. Let's see how far I actually get. So, really quick, I'm going to let me try and be confident here. Cover 15 movies, and I try to go for a little bit of variety. You know, like go through different types of subgenres, big movies from different countries. Although, in all honesty, this year the majority of the movies will be from the U.S. And yeah, that's basically it. And well, for all you purists out there, sure, some of these movies technically have a 2022 release, you know, with like festivals and whatnot. But, you know, like if it had a wide release, basically, if people were able to see it this year, it counts, okay? And then finally, these aren't going to be spoiler-free reviews. I think it'll be more interesting if I can go in a little more in depth with these movies. But if I end up discussing something that I would consider like a heavy spoiler, I'll give you guys a little heads up. You know how I roll. So, let's start with Evil Dead Rise. The third sequel to the original, or first to the remake? Or is this just a completely like new reimagination? The latest Evil Dead movie, directed by Lee Cronin, okay, and produced by Robert Tapert, who produced the original Evil Dead, with Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell serving as executive producers. So that might sound promising, right? Well, let's see. Ooh, look at this gliding shot. What an homage to the original. Not as impressive perhaps nowadays with modern technology like drones. Oh, it was a drone, get it? So there's some people at this cabin in the woods, right? Some Evil Dead shit happens, and now it's one day earlier. I wonder how the events of today are going to bleed into this prologue. I'm sure it's not totally unrelated to a degree that I completely forgot that this opening scene was there in the first place when I rewatched this movie before working on this series. Anyway, now we follow Mom and 3 kids. Father is nowhere to be found, but her groupie/guitar technician sister comes to visit, so there's that. They live in this rundown apartment building, and one day, well, this day, after an earthquake opened up this hidden vault in the parking garage, the kids find a bunch of Evil Dead shit, mostly the Book of the Dead and this vinyl record.
Hello bitches, trick trap sluts, it's the motherfucking D. Here to work your big butt, got hoes in my backseat, niggas on my neck.
I do love the aesthetics of the book, you know, like the pages and all. Anyway, then, of course, again, a bunch of Evil Dead shit happens, with the mom being the first one to get possessed. And honestly, from here on, the movie just kinda runs with it. And, well, yeah, I gotta give him that. I saw this in theaters, and when I walked out, while I definitely wasn't like blown away by any of it, I did definitely say like, well, that was very well paced and action packed. And don't get me wrong, I'm not even the biggest original Evil Dead trilogy fanboy. I mean, sure, like they're fantastic, and what a unique trilogy. You know, like where you have the first one, which is basically just straight up horror. Then you have a horror comedy. And then finally the third one, basically just straight up comedy. I always loved that. But they're not like untouchable to me. The 2013 remake I thought was fantastic. So I definitely went into this one very much open-minded and basically just ready to be entertained. And again, entertained I was. Some 30 minutes in, the mother gets possessed, and from here on it's just boom, boom, boom. And I thought all these possessed performances were pretty effective. Not sure about all the casual reactions to all the insane shit that's happening, but sure. This movie gets pretty damn gory, with some rather effective cringe-inducing scenes. And here I mean cringy as in, you know, like stomach-turning, not cringy as in 2013 horrible reviews videos. It tends to get pretty over the top, which is how I feel an Evil Dead movie should be. Ooh, nice and subtle The Shining reference here. And the finale in the garage is, honestly, it's pretty badass. With the shotgun and the chainsaw.
Come get some.
What? Get it? But wait, is that an Ash quote? I had to double check through Google, which made me find out that there is a Method Man song called Come Get Some from the 2022 Evil Dead the Game soundtrack. That's cool, I guess. And then we get a little epilogue that connects the story to the opening scene that mostly just made me go like, oh yeah, there was a scene at the beginning. Yeah, so honestly, it's definitely not bad at all. It's just a fun, brutal little horror flick. To me, it didn't really feel like an Evil Dead movie, if that makes sense. I mean, sure, it doesn't need to be set in a cabin in the woods, but still, this could have just been like any horror movie. It didn't need to be an Evil Dead movie. I guess I just mostly didn't really care for the general setting of the movie. Plus, it was just such a perfect horror story. You know, the power goes out, it's dark and rainy, the elevator stopped working, the phone signal is fucked. It was just really such a string of boring, tiresome horror tropes. Plus, I guess I just didn't really care for the characters. I mean, those kids were kind of annoying, weren't they? But, it does have a neat 90-minute runtime minus credits. Plus it might introduce a new generation of horror fans to the Evil Dead franchise, and well, can't really complain about that, can I? So yeah, that's Evil Dead Rise. What did you guys think? I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, or whether you're a massive Evil Dead fan or not, I would love to hear your thoughts. So please feel free to leave those thoughts in the comments below, and then I'll see you guys in a couple of days again. Cheers! Have a nice day.